It's not unusual for you to struggle a little bit when you relocate. It happens to all of us. It has happened to me, a lot of people in my network, because it's almost like you're starting life all over again, even if you have a lot of experience. In this video, I'll be sharing 7 tips that would help you to kickstart your career in HR in a new country and how to fast track your journey. If you're interested in seeing that, please keep on watching. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be responding to questions especially for immigrants who have come to the UK, Ireland, or different parts of the world but have HR background from where they are from. I've received so many questions. One time someone actually sent me a document that they are creating a report for their organization and they wanted me to complete this report for them. Another person reached out to me that they are currently working on holiday rota for some contract staff and they needed me to advise them on how to calculate these holidays. That is reaching out for help, which I think I appreciate. The former example is unacceptable and unprofessional. The second one is just reaching out for help, which is fantastic. So, for a lot of people leaving their home country, for example Nigeria, and coming to England to practice human resources or Ireland to practice human resources, you will find a lot of similarities in what you have done back at home and in what is best practice here. HR is HR irrespective of where you have practiced HR before. However, it is important to understand legislation in the country where you are residing now, employment law or employment practice in the country that you're living now, and ensuring to familiarize yourself with processes and systems that is acceptable and the best practice of where you find yourself. So if you're in the UK, a good resource for you is www.aca.co.uk, which is ASA. ASA is a good resource for you. It will help you find and respond to questions about human resources, everything people within an organization you can find on ASA. It is a reputable website. Don't just Google stuff and use random blogs. ASA is good for you. The number 2 place where you can go find resource will be gov.co.uk. gov.co.uk. You'll find a lot of resources here, whether you're looking for things about maternity, paternity, holiday allowance, employment law, legal practices in the HR profession. You'll be able to find it on gov.co.uk. These resources are there for you. The third thing I would definitely recommend to you is to be humble. Humility is very crucial. I had someone who reached out to me not too long ago and said they were at a director level in human resources from Nigeria, and when they got to the UK, they started interviewing and they couldn't find any job. They were not passing those interviews. The reason why that is so is because they have not quite familiarized themselves with best practices in the UK. They do not have the experience or the hands-on learning in the UK system, and that's why they've not been able to find that job. In every country, there's best practice, there's what is acceptable. So you need to familiarize yourself with what is acceptable in the new space you find yourself. And the magic is you can stoop to win. You can stoop to win. You're a director in Nigeria, for example, before. If the first job they are offering you in the UK, because you don't have the know-how in the country you have found yourself, is HR coordinator, take that job and do it to the very best of your ability. You'll be surprised that you'll be able to fast track your career to that director level in a short period of time. One of my mentors came from Nigeria. She had done HR in some of the top shop organizations in Nigeria. She was at manager level. When she came to the Republic of Ireland, she needed to start from the very bottom as HR advisor, and then she did her CIPD. Now she's a director in less than 8 years of coming to the Republic of Ireland, even though she was senior before. Stoop to win, making sure you familiarize yourself with things that needs to be done. And you can do that by hands-on learning, by taking a junior role first and doing that role for a very short period of time. If you do that for a short period of time, it will equip you the laws within where you find yourself, the practices, the processes within when you find yourself, and it will help you to go find better opportunities faster. For example, there's something called the UK experience. You might hear something like, oh, you don't have UK experience. It's basically saying that you've not practiced human resources here before. So you could hear something like, you don't have Irish experience. Those experiences are the same, but because you've not practiced before in this new country, you might find yourself limited or not find any jobs at all. So use the formula of stooping to win. Take a junior role first and build from there. Because you're coming with a lot of experience, even more maturity, you're very likely to succeed on your role. If you are in the Republic of Ireland, a good resource for you will be Citizens Information. On that Citizens Information, they have a lot of resources there. Everything you can ever think of. I've been in a situation whereby I was looking for a particular information. I couldn't find it. I just rang Citizens Information Center. They have advisors there and they were able to advise me accordingly. Immediately, I was able to find my way to navigate that process within the HR space. Don't be afraid to ask for help is another thing. I've received another question saying, how should I create my CV? I would say create your CV with your genuine or true experience and skills. I had a situation whereby someone reached out to me. Their CV looks so polished, very sophisticated, but they actually do not have the experience of exactly what they said they know on their CV. When they interviewed, they got the job because the people were really impressed with how they interviewed, what they've written on their CV, and now they can actually deliver on the job. I think rather than lie on your CV, I would say focus on gaining experience. Focus on gaining experience. You can gain experience through volunteering opportunities. The local employment center in your community, or you can research it. They can help you find volunteering opportunity where you can gain experience. So rather than lie on your CV, use volunteering to close the gap on your experience level. You can also look for smaller organizations. Ask for them to give you opportunity to learn within their organization, in their HR. You will gain experience, then you can go use that on your CV rather than lie on your CV. The number 3 thing you can do is for you to find friends and family who have businesses. You can help them create their own HR department. It will give you a lot of opportunity to learn by yourself. So for example, if you help them create a policy around maternity, you can always talk about this on your CV. Another thing is through learning. I've just recently created a video on CIPD. Yeah, I'll link it in the description box below. I have 3 videos so far on CIPD. You can use this as a resource to learn. If you don't have a lot of experience in a place where you found yourself, you can use that as a resource to learn. You can do a lot of self-learning by yourself. Another way I gained a lot of experience on my early years in human resources when I didn't have a lot of experience is through LinkedIn Learning. At the time, I completed about 40 courses using LinkedIn Learning. It gave me experience and exposure to buzzwords. It gave me experience and exposure to things that when I heard them in reality, right, they didn't feel strange or unfamiliar to me. And sharing my experience as well also helped me to gain traction, to build my network, etc. Which brings me to my next point. Always build relationships. Build your network. I gave an example of one of my senior mentors, right? The first time I met her, I just connected by LinkedIn. We met at the time. She gave me tips, hacks, and some of the things I could do. It's just a 30 minutes call. But because I was doing all those LinkedIn learning courses, it helped me to fast track my journey by resilience, by self-learning, by asking questions, building my network. I was able to move from A to B, B to C, and C to Z in a very short period of time. So keep learning and use relationship building to help. And I'm telling you now, if you find yourself to have relocated to the UK, for example, which a lot of my network actually link with me from, don't go to people asking them to help you resolve issues that you can't resolve on the job. Ideally, you shouldn't even be sending anything out of your workplace to someone you don't know, right? You shouldn't do that. And you can't always assume that people will have the time to help you. What if they don't have the time? So build genuine relationship, build your own network, and focus on trying to give and take. Don't focus on taking a loan. A lot of people focus on taking a loan, right? Give as well. What can I do for you and you do this for me? That's very important on building relationships. So those are some of the tips I would highly recommend if you've relocated from Nigeria, for example, because I'm Nigerian. A lot of people reach out to me asking these questions because they are Nigerian, now in the UK or in the Republic of Ireland, trying to find their way in human resources. So again, if you have any questions about this field of human resources, please do reach out to me. I'll do my very best to create a video around it or respond to your comments directly. I want to thank you so very much for watching this video today. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please go on and click that subscribe button down below. And don't forget to click the notification button for when I share incredibly useful videos like this. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you on the next one.